Hi, and welcome to this video. When integrating automation tools with TestCollab, users have often inquired about the ways to use the API endpoints to get the status for test cases updated once they have the results after automation script has been executed. In this video, we are going to discuss the plugin that we at TestCollab offer that makes the task of updating the test results automatic, and we are going to use Cypress for generating and running automation scripts. What the plugin does. It updates the results for test cases in TestCollab automatically on the basis of JSON reports generated in MockOSM format. Okay, let us begin and see what are the prerequisites. The test cases that need to be automated. This of course is going to be the core entity around which our entire solution is going to work, and I have a couple of test cases that I am going to automate, so I have filtered the test cases to list only the ones I would need. I will now quickly add these test cases to a test plan and assign all test cases to me. Now, we have the test cases and test plan ready. As a next step, we need to carefully fetch the TestCollab IDs for company, project, test cases, and test plan. For the first two, let us first open the developer's console of the browser and switch to Networks tab. Navigate to Projects Index page in Networks tab of Developers Console. Look for the calls made for Projects API endpoint. There we should get the value for company, in my case it is 2. Now for getting project ID, you can simply open a project and copy the ID shown on address bar. On Test Cases Index, the ID column can be referred for individual test case ID. Similarly, on Test Plans Index also the ID can be fetched. And to let TestCollab identify me when plugin tries to update the test case results, I need to provide my API token, and I have already generated an API token for me. So, now we have the IDs and API token also. In the next part of the video, we would work on Cypress script. I would not dive into the details of how steps of test cases are going to be implemented, rather I would like to focus on how we can make the test cases recognizable. For this, every test that I add should have the text ID hyphen a number. This number should be exactly the same test case ID that we have fetched from TestCollab. We can add the human readable title for test before the ID. So, as you can see, I have two test cases that need to be automated and the ID and title have been added. One of the most important parts is Cypress configuration, where we have to clearly mention that reporter has to be MockOSM. We are now ready to execute the script, so here we go. I use npx cypress run command for this. It will execute the tests. As you can see, one of our tests has passed while the other has failed. Once the Cypress script has run, a MockOSM report in JSON format would be generated. By default it can be located under MockOSM report folder. JSON would have a structure like this. Again, without going to each and every details, we would jump to results array. Every result object would have suites array, and every suite has its own set of tests that is again an array. Every test title, as you can see, has ID-test case ID. This is also having the text we used in Cypress script. The data that will be used to populate results in TestCollab will be based on value of title, state, and pass, fail, and pending flags. Please note that if no result is present for a test case, the status for the same would not be changed in TestCollab. Till now, we have run the automation script and generated the results for further use. Now, it's time for real action, where we would use the plugin to update results in TestCollab. We would start by setting the value for environment variable node_env to production. For this we use the command export node_env equals production. We can then check if the value is set correctly by using echo $node_env. Then we install the plugin, and for this we will use npm install -g TestCollab -cypress -plugin. When this installation is done, this will make upload tc run result command available for execution. As the name suggests, this is the command that will be used to update test case run results in TestCollab. We are now going to run the command update tc run result. The command will have following arguments: API token, project ID, company ID, test plan ID, Mocha JSON result. The last argument should be the relative path to the mockawesome.json file generated. The command when run would update the executed test cases records in TestCollab. We can verify the same on test plan summary page and the test cases tab. Since one of our test case had failed, the message from the JSON is used as the comment for executed test case. See how both the test cases have their status updated. This brings us to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. You can share your feedback or queries with us by sending them to support@testcollab.com. We would be glad to assist. For more details on this and other features being offered by TestCollab, please visit help.testcollab.com.